morning, Thomas. Today is a rainy day with an average temperature of 60. Now we go to the Kevins for an investigation of Blue Jaw Mountain.
Thank you, Hannah. I'm Kevin Gray.
And I'm Kevin Gould.
And this is the Blue Jaw Report. The climatograph shown on the screen for a deciduous forest shows the rainfall and temperature pattern over the course of a year. As you can see, during the middle of the warm months of the year, the rainfall as well as the temperature increase, and this is followed by a sharp decline in temperature and slight decline in rainfall during the colder months.
Now this here is a food web. At the top we have the bear and the wolf. Second level, fox, owl, bird, skunk, opossum. Third level, deer, rodents, birds, spider, caterpillar, butterfly, snake, beetles. And on the bottom level, we have grasses, berries, bushes, ferns, leaves, seeds, mushrooms, worms, grubs, and fungi. This chart here shows the different eating patterns and energy levels of these animals. As you can see, the different arrows point to the different consumers of each animal.
A deciduous forest shows great resilience with its ability to recover after months of cold winter weather, where most ground-level organisms die and all its trees lose their leaves. The ground-level organisms are able to grow back after the winter, and trees are able to regrow their leaves and survive the summer. A deciduous forest is fairly stable with its ability to adapt to the changes in weather that occur and the ability for forests to have to support the animals that live there.
Thank you, Kevin.
Now to talk about succession. This site undergoes a secondary succession and shows the typical series of changes that a plant community would face after the abandonment of a farmed land. We could tell that this land used to be farmed because of the rock wall that probably caged in sheep. This is the typical changes that a plant community would face after this.
Upon arriving to Site 4, we discovered large amounts of leaf litter. The whole site was filled with about a half of inch of leaf litter. The litter underneath was old, and you could tell it had been dead for a while, opposed to the litter on top, which had been freshly deposited and was still vibrant with color. Most of the leaves were beech and maple leaves. The soil was rich due to the years of deposited leaves, and it in turn fertilized the trees to grow strong and tall.
We observed a climax forest. We could tell this because they were snag trees, which are standing dead or dying trees. There was a lot of leaf litter, and the trees were very tall and thick. This shows that the forest was in a late successional period because it is very mature.
The keystone species for Site 4 are predominantly the mature trees and the decomposers, such as fungus, bacteria, and bugs that eat the leaves. The trees provide rich soil for all the other species to thrive on. Without the mature trees, the system would most definitely collapse because the forest depends on the trees to function, and the leaves that drop provide shelter for thousands of species from bugs to salamanders. And the fungus, bacteria, and bugs that eat leaves create soil and allow a continuous cycle to take place of fallen leaves being broken down.
Next, Cassidy Rooney with a live report.
Take it away, Cassidy.